I'm delighted to be down here in Ballydoyle and joined by trainer and master of his horse, Aidan O'Brien. Aidan, it's a big week ahead, the Breeders' Cup coming up. What does it mean in terms of Ballydoyle and the overall operation to try and get a couple of winners on the board?
Sure, obviously it's massive, Leon, massive for everybody in the horse industry really. It's the coming together of horses all over the world and to see who's champion really. So it's massive really. It's I think the Olympics of horse racing in the autumn.
Now if we can start probably with the biggest race first, the Classic. I know you've got two entries in the race, but Rip Van Winkle now the clear favourite for the race. He's been a well thought of horse by yourself and everyone down here. 2 Group 1s to his name so far over the mile. Some have said his best run was over 1.25 miles when beaten in the Eclipse by Sea the Stars. The Classic is over 1.25 miles. How is Rip Van Winkle and what are his chances?
Yeah, he's well, Leon, so far so good, and obviously he's had a long season for a 3-year-old, but we're happy with him and looking forward to the race. Like, we think he's a great horse, great speed, he's a great miler. Obviously he had a good run in the Eclipse as well, but listen, his best runs I suppose were the Sussex and the Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth was a tough race where he had to work hard all the way. He got dragged out into the middle of the track early on in the race and still fought to the lead and won snug on the line.
And Aidan, would you have any worries about him tackling the poly track for the first time?
I know obviously you're never sure, but we think and hope. Listen, he's a very good action, good ground horse, so hopefully.
Now the other horse obviously entered in the Classic is Mastercraftsman, but I know that you've also put in the 1 mile dirt as another preference for him. How is Mastercraftsman, of course winner of the Boyle Sports Irish 2000 guineas? He's had a long season too, but he's a tough character as well and won at Dundalk over 1.5 miles on the same type of surface.
Yeah, he's well, Leon, very happy with him, won very well in Dundalk the last time. He's in good form. Obviously he's a horse with a lot of speed, a lot of class also. We're looking forward to him running as well. Like, obviously we're going to probably split him up from Rip and give him a chance at the mile. It's obviously new territory running on the poly track at that distance. Listen, he handled the surface very well in Dundalk, but like, we felt that he didn't have anything to prove on the turf, so that's the reason, but we're happy with him.
Okay, so that's Mastercraftsman and Rip Van Winkle, and then of course looking at the marathon, a horse called Man of Iron who's been successful at Dundalk on a couple of occasions. Seems to be a nice progressing type. Yeah,
absolutely. Handled the surface well twice. Obviously I think Dundalk was nearly 1.3 miles. Obviously we're in new territory when we go that extra distance, but we're happy with him, and he's a half brother to a Belmont winner. Everything's went well with him since, and well, hopeful.
Now you've got a very strong hand, Aidan, in the 2-year-old category. If we can start off first with Viscount Nelson, who's been nominated to go for the 1 mile on the turf. Finished second in the Champagne Stakes over 7 furlongs. Looks as if the mile will be right up his alley.
Yeah, we always thought he would stay a mile, Leon. He loved the fast ground. He's a great traveller, a little bit lazy when he gets to the front. So if Johnny can get a nice position and produce him late, we think he's a big chance. He's very well progressive horse. We always thought he was a very smart colt. Obviously he's out of Imagine and by Giant's Causeway, so looking forward to see him run also.
Now also Lillie Langtry, very, very impressive. She'll obviously go in the Fillies Juvenile over the mile. She was very impressive at Newmarket last time, and she's a filly with a lot of speed and a lot of ability.
Yeah, absolutely. She ran in very bad ground in the Migler. That was probably her disappointing run, even though she finished third, but came back in a sales race in Newmarket on fast ground and won very snug. Looking forward to her. We think a mile should be well within our compass, and like I said, fast ground, left-handed track. I think hopefully it'll all suit her.
And then of course last 2 juveniles who you have going over, Beethoven, winner of the Dewhurst. Many people, Aidan, have questioned the form of the Dewhurst, but I know you're a strong advocate of that race, probably one of the top 2-year-old races of the year.
Yeah, we think, Leon, a very strongly run race. There was nowhere to hide all the way. He sat up at the pace all the way, Beethoven. And came home best. Like the second and third came from off the pace, ran great races as well, but we think it was a very strongly run race. And I remember when Rocket Gibraltar won the Dewhurst, there was 3 men in a line and they said it was a very under par Dewhurst, and like we saw what Rocket Gibraltar Landseer did. So listen, it was a strong run race, there was nowhere to hide, and we were delighted with him.
And your son Joseph, I heard you mention after the race that he was the guy who said put on the blinkers and might just sharpen him up a bit.
Yeah, he was very happy with him obviously, and he just thought that maybe we had ran him on bad ground a few times and he was gone a little bit lazy, and so it was when we put them on him. Like, he back on fast ground. He really put his best foot forward.
And Alfred Nobel is the final one of your 7 runners at this year's Breeders' Cup. Already a Group 1 winner at the Curragh. A little bit unlucky, I felt, at Newmarket, where there was no pace on his side. How's he since that run, and are you looking forward to his chances?
Yeah, no, good form. Very happy with him. Like you said, won the sales race on his side very easily. Obviously, just got caught on the wrong side, but we were very happy with him. He's a horse with a lot of speed. Won the Hinds very well. His only disappointing run was in very bad ground in the National Stakes as well. And listen, we think that you can put a line through that run, but really looking forward to him. He's a horse like Johannesburg, loads of speed, travels real well, and we think that that's what that's the kind of a horse you need for that race. So we're looking forward to him as well.
Now, Aidan, you came very, very close last year with a number of seconds. Do you think this year you can certainly get at least one on the board?
Well, we'll try, Leon. Obviously, it's very tough at the end of the year. Horses are after having a long season, but we're looking forward to it, and hopefully they run well.
And Aidan, I have to ask you about the recent Racing Post Trophy winner, St Nicholas Abbey. I think everybody was very impressed with that turn of foot he showed, especially as a 2-year-old. How is he? And in terms of next year, what are the plans?
No, happy with him, Leon. Came out of the race very well. Obviously, he'll have an easy winter now. We're very happy with him, very impressed with him, obviously. So listen, he'll go through the winter, and the lads will decide themselves what they want to do in the spring. But like, all options are open to him, and like, there's obviously Guineas, or other Guineas horses, other Derby type horses there. So we'll obviously see what the spring will bring, and hopefully he'll be in good shape come the spring.
Well, Aidan, from everybody at Boyle Sports, the best of luck in terms of the Breeders' Cup, and I hope you come back with at least 1 or 2 winners.
Appreciate that, Leon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Aidan.